Now, when it comes to companies, the left-hand side shows companies that are involved in philanthropy, and these are typically companies that have some CSI department. It may sit in the chairman's office, and the company spends a certain amount of money, and all they do typically is to write checks to, I would argue, please the conscience of those people who are involved in that company. Or you may have sort of pet projects that are run from the chairman's office or from the CEO's office or from the CSI department. A lot of companies in this country operate in what I call the market-driven CSI environment. In other words, they're involved in CSI, and typically CSI sits in the corporate affairs department. I'm sure there are corporate affairs department people sitting in the room here, or it may sit in the HR department, and is very closely aligned to what the company is doing on its trading side, on its business side. In other words, there's a very close relationship between what a company does in selling its product. So when it gets involved in corporate social investment, it's typically in the context of supporting the business. It's to position the company as a good corporate citizen, but largely you have an environment where you may even have a situation where the company spends more advertising and marketing what they are doing as opposed to the actual money that goes to the beneficiaries themselves. And the last component are companies that take a very strategic approach to CSI, that want to engage communities, that want to partner with others, that understand that the CSI space should not be a competitive space, that the needs in this country, particularly, or even in this continent, are so vast. So it does not really make sense for us as corporates to compete when it comes to CSI. Unfortunately, in this country, we still have a lot more companies that are sitting in the middle dot. In other words, companies that look at CSI as a competitive space, look at CSI as something that they need to do that's closely aligned to what they're doing as a business, and they do it because it's going to give the company a return in terms of selling more products, in terms of generating more profits, as opposed to really doing CSI because it was the right thing to do.